and a very happy new year. Welcome to 1993 and our first programme, live from Trafalgar Square. Here's Chris Tarrant with A Carlton New Year.
Happy New Year, 1993. A very warm welcome from Carlton TV. I'm a rather cold Chris Tarrant, probably the only person in the country at this moment who's not kissing the person next to them. We've got a great show for you lined up tonight, the next hour and a half of your lives. We've got, as you can probably tell, a fairly quiet, low-key sort of crowd behind us, seeing in 1993. They boarded up one of the fountains again this year to stop anybody trying to drink one. We've got a great atmosphere, we've got a great show. Let's make a start. Here we go with A Carlton New Year. I told you not to talk so loud. I had a link to do that. So here we are, 2 minutes into 1993. A hell of a start, really. No whiff of a royal scandal yet. Tony Slattery hasn't been on TV yet, even once. Great lineup tonight. We've got the Chippendales doing whatever it is they do with baby oil. We've got Boney M, we've got Squeeze, we've got hypnotist Paul Mckenna, we've got a kung fu comedian, we've got our special guest tonight, Paul McCartney. But first, they are the hottest young band anywhere in the UK at the moment. They are Take That, live in our studio. It's 1993. Here we go. It's A Carlton New Year. Oh, just as I was getting nice and cosy in the studio as well, racing across London now throughout the show to try and catch up with one or two other people who are working in the small hours of the first day of 1993. We've arrived now at the headquarters of London Fire Brigade, and we'll be meeting up with one or two of the men and women from there. Still to come on A Carlton New Year, the Chippendales, and of course our special guest tonight, Paul McCartney. Join us again in a couple of minutes. You would tell me if I was looking silly, wouldn't you? Of course I would.
As with many things in this life, grace and beauty on the surface often belie the activity beneath. The Vauxhall Carlton, engineered for unruffled grace.
Welcome back to A Carlton New Year as we go into 1993. We're now at the nerve centre of London Fire Brigade's headquarters. We'll make our way through here with some of the guys who are looking after us through the small hours of the morning. Are actually looking rather quiet. Evening all. Hi chaps. Very quiet, if I may say so.
Indeed we are.
Very dull, if I may say so.
No, never done. We've actually had a few shouts already today.
This time of the year, is it extra busy or?
It tends to be certain types of calls that we attend.
What sort of things do you get over this period?
A lot of car crashes, obviously people drinking. We've had one of those tonight. Yeah. People stuck in lifts. They're jolly fun, and they never go anywhere. And little fires, little rubbish fires. Usual rubbish, as he says.
So, and how long are you until? What time do you crawl off tomorrow morning? Sorry, march briskly away.
9 o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock, so it's fairly long all night, isn't it?
Unless we get overtime.
Looking back over the years of New Year's Eves, I mean, are there any in particular that you remember as particularly hectic or particularly... that'll be... well, we may never know about the hectic New Year's that they've spent over the... appears to be some sort of emergency. Well, don't just go. Hang on. What don't... Oh. This is getting to be an increasingly silly way to spend a New Year's morning. Those guys have raced on across town now to do something pretty damn heroic. I'm racing back to the studio. Chippendales in a couple of minutes, but first, your appreciation, please, for Golden Girl, B. Arthur.
Thank you very, very, very much. Wow. Thank you, and a very happy New Year's.
Hello, welcome back. If you passed out during the break, it's still 1993. Welcome to another burst of A Carlton New Year. We're upstairs now in the London News Network room with Alistair and Fiona, who go on air actually on Monday at tea time, don't you?
That's right. Yes, we do. Brand new programme.
Brand new programme. Brand new tie.
Brand new tie. Brand new waistcoat. Black and white television lives. It's a wonderful waistcoat.
So listen, why aren't you sort of out ligging and things?
News hounds, checking it all out, making sure we know what's going on, making sure the people know what's going on so that they'll do it on Monday, so that we've got the programme right.
You mean it's a shambles, basically? You've got 2 days to turn it into the fine-honed...
It is a shambles full of great potential, and watch on Monday, because then it'll be perfect.
6 o'clock on Monday. OK, best of luck, you two, and a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too.
Lots of people announced in the New Year's honours. Of course, it's Sir David Frost now. Jimmy Young got a CBE. This gentleman here got an OBE, Roy Castle. Congratulations.
How are you doing?
From all of us. Well, I'm doing extraordinarily well, really, for the small hours of 1993.
Did you get anything at all?
No mention so far. No, thanks, Roy. Let's just bring it happiness. I didn't play my trumpet throughout the year. Listen, there must have been stages during the last year where you actually thought that you weren't going to make it at all for 93, let alone...
That's right,
as great a start as this.
The first prognosis was no chance. First of all, I wouldn't see my 60th birthday, then I wouldn't see Christmas, and certainly wouldn't see the New Year in, and here we are. Happy New Year to you.
And thank you. You look great. And, of course, Sir Antony Hopkins now.
Thank you.
Announcement for the New Year. No, that must have been a bit of a shock to you, really. I mean, you've been a much respected actor for a long time, and suddenly a knighthood?
Yes, my wife told me I got it. She opened the letter while I was away, and she said, "You've been given a knighthood." I said, "What for?" She said, "I don't know." I didn't know what to say. I had to sit down.
And you got the Oscar last year as well.
Yeah. Oscar last year, yeah.
So you're on a bit of a
and I've met this man. I've met him. It's great. It's terrific.
And what next then? What plans for 93?
I'm doing a film, a couple of films, and
cannibalism?
No, all good parts this time. All good guys, all the good guys this time. Don't eat anyone this year.
OK, right. Meanwhile, back downstairs in our heaving studio with our by now heaving audience, it should be time for Squeeze.
Now, I'm actually going to make sure that all of the hypnotic suggestions are removed from our volunteers and that they are completely back to normal. Ladies and gentlemen, the stars of tonight's show. Let's give them a big round of applause, shall we? And it's over to you, Chris.
So we're continuing this ridiculous race through the streets in these small hours of 1993. We're in a club now, not far away from where we were a few minutes ago, somewhere in London. Now, there's a guy here working tonight with an invited audience, somebody you wouldn't honestly expect to be working in the small hours of New Year's Day. Somebody, I would have thought, basically had better things to do. Probably some sort of cash flow crisis, some sort of VAT bill comes through unexpectedly. He is actually probably the best-known entertainer in the whole wide world. Up there on stage, it's Paul McCartney!
I will always be hoping.
Thank you! Happy New Year to all of you!
This January on Carlton, join some familiar favourites and some new faces.
I'm not staying here a minute longer than I have to.
Programmes that provoke. And programmes that entertain.
I don't want my windscreen cleaned. I feel totally intimidated now.
To me, limo equals glamour.
From limos to a day in the life of London. And a day in the life of those boys in blue.
I'd like a word. Yeah?
Did you manage to see Terry over Christmas?
I did. Which
A wealth of entertainment from all corners of the world.
That's Wish You Were Here on ITV.
Mr. Daly, I believe you're trying to bribe me.
Has it worked?
No.
How dare you suggest such a thing?
Sorry to alarm you, Watson.
ethnic cleansing is Arcan's specialty.
A bright new look to January on Carlton. Television for London.
Next tonight, Eddie Murphy and Dudley Moore star in Best Defence, the chaotic story of some unlikely industrial espionage. That's our comedy movie in just a moment.
If you get a headache, you just don't feel very bright. And if the pain gets worse, it can really get you down. To stop bad pain, try a pain.
Christopher Reeves in Superman 2, the New Year's Day action-packed movie on Carlton.
At 3:15 this morning, the return of that legendary private eye, Mike Hammer. There's comedy now, though, as Dudley Moore and Eddie Murphy star in our late movie, Best Defence.
This is
Carlton